Hip-hop has always impacted the community, always. And it's only gonna get worse the bigger the hip-hop becomes. I think people just need to accept it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. New York, corner mark between hip-hop and art. We streets have no names and complexions are dark. You can find me siphon, perfecting in art, and strategically start to rip a rhyme scheme apart. With cold words exhale in the night, me cold the air. With souls wander alone with even colder stairs. Avenue walls tagged with hope, war, and despair. Pictures of people raw and stripped bare. Broke down, dreaming in a chair. Speakers sing songs that's dying in our care. False evidence appears real, then becomes they fear. Living in a fog that won't clear. Till death they unaware that we don't share that scared bullshit, and you won't find me there. 2/17/82 was the year. I got 27 born days since to prepare. Find myself ready and write rhymes severe. Blood runs off shoulders, dripping from hair. Started to sweat the game when I fell on my ears. Just after the night the Pac I shot and disappeared. I love this hip-hop to my soul, to my peers. We toast with cheers, tears, and some Heineken beers. My only concern becomes the man in the mirror. And see, he don't last long here, you know what I mean?
So John Public, I'm here in Jersey City. Are you influenced by what you see in videos and things like that?
Yeah, like girls like when people wearing skinny jeans. They like when dudes wear that and they be like, oh, they look sexy, so you know.
But you don't have
like,
skinny jeans on.
I know, I got skinny jeans.
Does he? Would you call these skinny jeans? Are those?
Yeah,
okay, so why do you wear skinny jeans?
Yeah, cause this is in stock right now. Like a lot of girls like the new boys, whatever they have it, so I had to go get it.
You still think the culture has a power over the music that will never be taken away?
Yeah, like some of Lil Wayne's songs or whatever. Lil Wayne's my favorite rapper. He mentions a lot of stuff about God and stuff like that. So I think.
And you think that's more of a cultural thing?
Yeah. It's all the like Lil Wayne, you know, like when they cursing and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
Like when little kids hear that, they gonna like when they grow up, they're gonna be like try to be like them and rap, and you might not know they get killed in the future.
Do you think the music is an accurate reflection then of the culture? Like.
Definitely. My friends, like the people I hang out with, all this shit they say, it comes from music videos.
Yeah.
Rev Run, I feel is like part of their culture. Like, that's a dude I like, and he does shit like that.
It's tricky, 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 huh? When I wake up,
it's not a knock on people, but music IQ is standard-wise very low among the masses. You know what I'm saying? We're getting into hip-hop like now in this, 30 years, 30-something years. Just like rock, just like any other band, like any other music, you know, any other genre, you just tend to have people who are just gonna break off and really literally form their own version of the genre. It's still within the genre, it's just now it's compartmentalized a little bit, it's broken down. But in reality, the fans are compartmentalizing it. You get a couple people who are like, you know what I'm saying, just naturally outcasts, who are not part of that development, or I'd say grid. I always want to, I like emphasizing grid, you know, energy. You know what I'm saying? You got old grids and you got a new grid. It's not on that old grid. So you know what? It particularly holds a smaller amount of households, smaller people. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean that it's not worthy of being on a bigger grid. The fact is that the bigger grid, i.e. major labels and bubblegum and, you know, I guess you consider it ringtone rap and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? People want their burger fast. And there's people who be like, you know what? That hit the spot because it's really good food. Feels good that I'm eating it. You know what I'm saying? You know you're getting the right nutrients and stuff. That's that other music, that's that other grid that may not particularly be influenced by the culture. It's trying to influence the culture, then go back to the music. But there's not enough of that.
Rubbing on that Italian leather, them convict jeans on. You ready?
Yeah!
Yeah.
Hip-hop, not just because it's hip-hop, but hip-hop because it is now pop, has a very strong presence, and therefore, because of its strong media presence, it has an influence on the culture amongst young people. I'll give an example. I was at a party in Croatia, a house party that was thrown by DJs, These are guys that really don't all speak English that well. I swear, they were spinning, and every single word of every rap that came on, they were screaming it from the top of their lungs. And I just was thinking about how deep that is, because I'm like, yo, most of these artists have no idea that when they're in the booth, you know, with them and the engineer and their boys, like that their music is gonna end up in a country where they don't even speak your language, and they're gonna be from the top of their lungs speaking your every word. And so it's an interesting thing to think about, that fact that hip hop is based around the words that are being spoken. And I think it's an interesting idea when artists think that they're not really responsible for the words that are coming out of their mouths.
I've had some kids get into hip hop, and they use it as a way of expressing themselves. They're aspiring rappers.
Right.
So they use it as a way to kind of talk about things that they're going through, their transition from coming to this country. It helps students, believe it or not, with their English, even though it's not proper English.
Right.
But they learn a lot of English through it, through the lyrics. It gives them an insight to what some American culture is.
Okay.
But I also did notice that they kind of try to live up to what these rappers do.
So you guys, are you influenced by the music you listen to? Let me ask you that then.
Yeah, I am.
You are. What about the music that you listen to influences you?
Influences the way I think.
The way you think?
Yeah.
When you say the way people, like the way you think, like on what kind of like topics?
Like, you know how Lil Wayne, his motto, you know how he says,
Yeah, I think he was blind, you know, like,
it's probably, yeah, it's what keeps him going. Like, a lot of guys nowadays, all they ever think about is
Makes him Lil Wayne.
So that's how the teenagers, you know how a lot of teenagers nowadays are guys, they think about pushing with the beat.
They look up to him pretty much.
They look up to him
because
so
he's
they
doing
try to
so
be
good
like
and
him.
he gets everything he wants. So
So do you think that there's room for other kind of people to set an example for?
Yeah, of course.
They should.
Like, come on, if there was a good-looking girl, good-looking guy, and they just started becoming,
they started doing their own thing.
dressing nice and everything, you're gonna want to be like them, and they start setting good influence, like stop doing that.
Right.
We're able to stop doing it.
Yeah. Would that still appeal to you? Like, would that still be like cool if
Yeah.
he'd have to be good looking?
Like, yeah, it has to be good looking.
Okay.
Maybe it's not enough positive music, but talking about the streets and talking about all these types of things, it's okay not to promote it, but I think it's not okay to act like that it doesn't exist. Imagine somebody that, like Jay-Z, that had to sell drugs, and this was his lifestyle. He turned his life around to sitting down on Oprah. That's something to brag about. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a positive message to me. Maybe not to the motherfuckers that don't rap or don't understand where it comes from. So, you know, it is what it is, man. I just say, let's not act like it doesn't exist. But we do gotta be conscious of what we say. I'm working on it. I'm not perfect, you know what I'm saying? I'm working on a lot of things with myself. And I think that's enough to ask for from a man that's been through certain things. I'm a good parent, and I feel like I have enough influence over my oldest son to where I don't have to worry about him falling into that.
All you can do is laugh. So let it out. All of my people up there.
We were young, we had a little bit more options than the kids as far as you had your NWA, and then you had Public Enemy, and then you had other stuff that kind of talked about different things. So it was a balance of, you know, conscious and whatever you want to say as far as the other side. But I think right now it's just one-sided.
There's this video on World Star that made me throw up in my mouth. It's like a 2-year-old girl, and her family is extraordinarily excited about the way she's dancing, and she's dancing as awkward as it is to say out loud about like a 2-year-old girl sexually. I'm not the judge and arbiter of all things taste in music, but when we are making music and we are promoting music, and whether you're a manager, an A&R, a rapper, whatever you are, a viral marketing dude, like, it's really kind of scary when that's getting supported. It's a fine line, and people need to express what they need to express and what they want to express, and I'm in no way, shape, or form trying to step on people's expression. What I am willing to do as someone involved in the industry is put a stamp on something that's wrong, and I won't promote it, I won't take part in it, and I think it comes down to personal choice. You asked, like, they have a personal choice to do it, right?
Right.
I feel like I have the personal choice to say I'm against it.
Back where you at? Freedom people, lift it down, lift it up. It's the voice of choice, so make noise like what? Been a hell of a time for most of the folks.